Hello, friends. My name is Nancy Poland at Grace's Message. I am so pleased to be here today to introduce myself to you and to celebrate my partnership with Alzheimer Speak and Dementia Map with Lori LeBay. She is doing such a great thing, helping people learn about Alzheimer's, other dementias, and how many resources there are out there. Now, I mentioned the name of my endeavors is Grace's Message, and with Grace and Hope, I provide written and spoken communication on caregiving loss and other valuable topics. I would love to have you visit my website, which is www.gracesmessage.com, and you'll find a whole variety of resources and information. I have a page with some other links to caregiver resources, where I offer books, recordings, information about various topics, and it's more generally about caregiving, but I do have a fair amount of focus on dementia. I have a whole section on grief resources. Our family had a terrible tragedy last year, and through that, I've offered some tools and resources that have helped me get through grief. I have a bookstore, and in a minute I'll talk about my 2 books that I'm excited to share with you. I have faith community resources. I had done 4 series with my faith community, my church I go to, on how faith communities can integrate caregiving into their congregations. Some great hints for you and ideas how you can use that, or I can speak virtually or in person, which leads us to speaker information. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute, but you can hear some of my talks and see some of my ideas for groups. And I have a newsletter sign up. Quarterly, I publish a newsletter called Caring for the Caregiver. I try to find new resources, ideas, hints, some stories for people of how they've dealt with caregiving. So please check that out. And here's my 2 books. My first book is Dancing with Louie, a father-daughter dance before and after Louie body dementia came to live with us. And yes, I know it's a long subtitle. But it's the story of my dad, who was a World War II veteran. He was a business owner, husband, father of 4 daughters, and our world kind of collapsed when he slipped into dementia. And it's a story, it's my own personal story of how I cared for my dad and some of the struggles we went through, and how love and faith saved the day. My second book is Caring for the Caregiver, the care of family and friends. And this book I interviewed 6 different people in caregiving situations, and most of them were unexpected. And it deals with adults and some with dementia and Parkinson's, and there's also 2 stories of children with disabilities. So I think this book will inspire you, it will give you hope. And in both these books, I offer practical tips for caregiving. And here's a little picture of me doing a presentation. I can do virtual or in person. I could do keynote talks, training, classes. I've given several classes in both dementia and caregiving, and I love to talk to your book group about my books. And I celebrate some of the partnerships, again, with Alzheimer Speak and Dementia Map. I've published a couple articles here, and I did an extensive interview with Lori LeBay not too long ago about veterans benefits. And the interview and the written presentation will really help anybody who's a veteran or caregiving for somebody who is a veteran. I think there's unknown resources out there that people can tap into. So my hope was to help you with those. I am part of the nationally syndicated Price of Business show, where I partner with Kevin Price on writing about caregiving, and I do some audio presentations on caregiving. I'm part of the Christian Women's Speakers Bureau with my friend Marty Swedberg, who is the largest women's speaker bureau in the U.S. I recently started publishing a Substack called Mornings in My Morning Chair. a Substack, if you don't know about it, it's like a super blog, and you can subscribe to it. There's free and paid subscriptions. And you can just hear my mussings in my morning share. I'm retired, and I'll have a cup of coffee and think about different topics, things I've read, a lot of things on grief, a little humor in there. So feel free to subscribe to that. And I'd love to partner with you, whatever your needs may be. So please get a hold of me, listen to some of my recordings. I want to do whatever I can do to help you with your caregiving needs. Again, it's Nancy Poland from Grace's Message. Thank you.